The 100 Years' War consumed other parts of medieval Europe, not just the battlefields of northern France. English and French armies continued the war in other theatres, supporting Allied regimes in their own domestic struggles.
A lot of people think that 100 Years' War is about England and France, especially in this country. What they don't realise is that it incorporates other parts of Europe, including Spain and Portugal. And a lot of the Portuguese armies were boisted by English troops who went over there as sort of mercenaries to fight on behalf of Portugal against the Spanish.
At Aljubarrota in Portugal, French knights fought here alongside troops from the Kingdom of Castile. Their opponents were King João I's army of Portugal and its English mercenary allies. It's hardly remembered in the story of the 100 Years' War, yet for the Portuguese, it's one of the most important events in the country's history.
Aljubarrota is very, very important in history because on one side you had the Portuguese nobles and the Spanish nobles. On the other side you had the English army and the Portuguese people. It was historically the end of an era, and it started the discoveries and the voyages after that.
The battle was a founding moment for Portugal. King João faced heavy odds against the much larger invading Castilian and French force. His army commander, Dom Nuno Alves Pereira, won a decisive but costly victory in the battle and cemented Portugal's ruling dynasty for centuries to come. João Goveiro Monteiro is one of Portugal's foremost medieval scholars.
We have Portuguese in both sides in the Battle of Aljubarrota, the eldest with the Castilian king and the younger sons and bastards with the Portuguese king. Portuguese independence was a consequence of the Battle of Aljubarrota because Portugal remained as an independent country and John I of Castile didn't manage to join the two crowns, the Portuguese crown and the Castilian crown.
Aljubarrota lies amid the rolling hills 75 miles north of Lisbon. For many years, the site of the battle was relatively untouched, in a rural backwater. Over centuries, the ground hardly changed. Then, in the mid-20th century, came development. The landscape changed very quickly as building work commenced in the whole area. It seemed this important battlefield was lost forever. The battle was fought in the height of the Iberian summer, when the soil was hard and dry, so items dropped won't have sunk into mud, where they might have been hidden from view. The victorious Portuguese army is known to have stayed on the field for 3 days and nights after the battle, so most things of value or practical use were probably collected immediately. The steep valley sides of the plateau of Aljubarrota made it an ideal defensive position, chosen by the commander of King João's Portuguese army, Nuno Alves Pereira.